Peter couldn't find his journal anywhere. Yesterday it was right here on his treehouse, but today it was nowhere to be seen. It had taken him weeks to find it after his dad disappeared, and he did unwant to lose it again. Just yesterday, he'd been reading it in bed when suddenly he heard a strange hooting sound. In the middle of his dream, he'd suddenly woken up and looked around him. It must have fallen off the bed and landed somewhere in the bushes, but it wasn't there. So Peter knew only one thing. Brown had stolen it, but if he wanted it back, he had to go to Owl Island, which was at least half a mile away, and they couldn't swim that far. "Don't worry, Peter," Benjamin said, noticing his friend's disappointment. "We can make a boat." "Good idea," Lily said. "The plans are in Dad's journal," but Peter remembered that Brown had taken it with him. "Oh, no," Peter said. "Do you know what we could do?" Peter asked the squirrels, who lived high in the trees and seemed to know everything. "Ask the turtles for help," Benjamin suggested. But Peter had another idea. "Let's ask the squirrels. They have boats." Benjamin rolled his eyes. "Squirrels don't have boats," he said, but they did, and Peter knew it. They had built many treetop houses, and each one required transportation. The squirrels nodded, and without wasting any more time, they started collecting branches, leaves, and vines. Soon, they had enough to build a small but sturdy raft. "Thanks for the lift." "Knocking," Peter said as they pushed off from the shore. It was a bumpy ride, but eventually they saw the island appear in the distance. After a few minutes, they heard a loud noise. "What was that?" Lily asked, a little frightened. "An owl," Benjamin said, trying to sound brave. But they all knew it probably wasn't just any owl. "Hoot! Hoot!" came the call again. This time, louder and closer. They had arrived. Peter hoped it was Brown. But who was that figure approaching them? "Hi, I'm Ferdinand," the squirrel greeted them. "Can you help me?" "Sure," Benjamin said. "What's wrong?" "My sister is stuck in a log. She climbed inside to hide from the rain, but now she can't get out." Peter knew exactly how she felt. When he had first come to this island, he had been scared and alone, just like her. But he had also been helped by these kind animals, and he would do the same for her. "We'll help you, but we need your boat," Peter told him. "Okay, it's over there by the waterfall," Ferdinand replied before darting off. They ran as fast as they could until they reached the waterfall. The water was cold, but they didn't care. Now they had to save Ferdinand's sister. The current was strong, and it took all their strength to reach the other side. There they met Ferdinand's sister. "Thank you for saving me," she whispered. "You're welcome," Lily said. "But how do we get you out of here?" The squirrel looked around. "I have an idea," she said. And soon they were all pushing and pulling the log toward the waterfall. The current was strong, but Ferdinand's sister held on tight to the vine, and soon they had her on the other side. "Thank you for helping me," Ferdinand's sister said, hugging Lily. "You're welcome," Lily replied. "But now we have to go. We have an appointment with Mr. Toad." They said goodbye to the squirrels and got in the boat. The ride back was much smoother than the ride over, and soon they were back on solid ground. "I wish we could stay longer," Ferdinand's sister said. "Me too," Lily replied. "But we have to get home before our parents start worrying." They all waved goodbye to Ferdinand and his sister, and then started the long walk back to the treehouse. The three friends walked in silence for a while, each lost in their own thoughts. Finally, Peter spoke up. "I can't believe we actually saved an owl," he said, laughing. "I know," Benjamin said, smiling. "It was so much fun." "Me too," Lily added. But they knew it was time to go home. They said goodbye to each other and raced to their As they walked along the path, they couldn't help but feel a sense of pride. They had faced their fears, worked together and saved a life, and they knew that no matter what challenges lay ahead, they would be ready for them.